So this is about a 7-year-old ceramic countertop, and I've been abusing it for a long time, sliding pans back and forth. So it's a little bit scratched, but this is the first time I've ever done this technique on it. So this is real easy to do. It's going to make your countertop look nice and beautiful. I have a lot of light on it as well, so it kind of makes the scratches stand out. It really doesn't look like that when you see it in real life. So what you want to do is get some dish soap and just put it all around the parts that are all burnt and caked on there. Just get some dish soap. What it's going to do is act like a lubricant, but it's also going to help loosen it up a little bit. Once you get that dish soap on there as well, you want to just take a sponge and kind of move it around, get it all over that scum, and then you want to spray it with some white vinegar. It's going to dilute the dish soap a little bit, but it's also going to just kind of help break everything up a little bit. Next, you want to just go ahead and let it sit and soak in there for about 30 minutes. See you in a bit. So it's 30 minutes later, and our solution of soap and vinegar has soaked in a bit. So what I do is just take the sponge and kind of just lightly scrub the top a little bit, just to loosen anything else up that's there. Then I take a razor blade here, and what I go ahead and do is just use it at an angle and just scrape off the top surface here that's been loosened up. Real easy. A lot of it just starts coming off real easy. Look at that. Just scrape it all around, and that top layer of gunk that was burnt on, that was impossible to remove before, is now coming off with ease. But of course there's that underlying layer. So you're not done here, not even close, but you're making good progress here. So go ahead and just do that quick scrape there. And once that's done, get a rag or paper towel and just wipe everything off. You're not really cleaning the surface, you're just wiping off the residue from the soap and the vinegar. So now you'll see your surface here. The next step is the technique, the special technique that you're going to use, so you can go ahead and scrape that off and you can actually see the result right away. Instead of trying to use the blade to scrape the whole top of the surface off, it just doesn't work. The angle doesn't work. So what you need to do is when you get your blade, what you're going to do is take it down and you're going to angle it and use the edge of the blade to scrape off everything. Blade's not going to scratch the surface at all. What you're doing is just using a small amount of the blade and the pressure from that small amount of that blade and the force. Instead of putting it across the top of the whole blade, you're going to have it on a certain section of the blade, and what that's going to do is going to scrape off all the extra gunk. Don't do it this way I'm showing you. I'm just showing you this to how it's really not going to work if you do it that way. Here we go. This is the way you want to do it. Clean off your little knife here, and then bring your, sorry about the light here, I was trying to light it up, I think I may have overlit it. Take your knife and just start going little piece by piece and move your blade as you go along. Little by little, and you'll see it just start to chip away. Done, look at that. And then move on to the next section. Same thing, just use that end of your blade right there, and just kind of go right up. See that? Look at that, cleaning it off nicely. And that's the technique you want to use. You don't want to put the whole blade on it at once because it's not going to scrape it off. You want to just focus on little sections there and that little end of the blade there. Once again, those scratches are from years and years and years of sliding pans back and forth across the surface. I actually have never done this technique on this particular stovetop here, so that's really what all the scratches come from. So don't, if you do this right, it's not going to scratch your surface. And that's it. Just take the sides of that blade there and you just go around the whole thing and clean it. I'll show you when it's done. So as you can see, after our little scrape job there, you have a bunch of gunk there. You got a lot of extra stuff off of there using that technique. But you still see there's a little bit of a ring there. So we're basically done, but we're going to get rid of that little ring and make it look beautiful. So here we go. So with the same sponge, just go ahead and wipe everything off. Once you've got everything wiped off, just wipe it down with a paper towel. And once you've got that all wiped off with the paper towel there, the next thing you want to go ahead and do is spray white vinegar over it. And this is just going to give it a final cleaning, get it all nice and shiny and polished there. If you see any spots you need to scrape off that are left over, just scrape them quickly. But for the most part, you're just going to have a nice shiny little countertop. And once a stovetop, and once again, keep in mind that the scratches there are from years and years and years of cooking every day, moving pans back and forth, scraping the surface. So, but this is it. Look how easy that was, right? Not much effort. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Once again, have a great day. Bye-bye.